Hi, and welcome to another episode of Australian Caravan and Camping Adventures. In this video, we're travelling the beautiful Kalula coastline, hooked up to our Lotus Freelander to share some tips and tricks to make your next beach outing a little easier. Here you can see us making our way down the third cut-in. Matt had to keep the throttle nice and controlled and roll through it slowly to avoid causing any damage to the van. Driving on the main part of the beach, Matt is keeping to the left-hand side to allow other vehicles to pass us. Here we're travelling at roughly 50 to 60 km an hour. As you can see, the sand is rock solid, the van is moving over it really well, and apart from a couple of bumps here and there, it was all smooth sailing. So normally for sand driving you would have traction control turned off. In this case, Matt left it on because the sand was so hard, and the car assistance made the drive feel a whole lot better. As for the tyres, we were running the new Mickey Thompson ATZ P3s at around 20 psi. We probably could have gone up a little higher on this beach, but we wanted to be safe when we got up to the campsite. As this is the first time we've driven on this beach with the van on, we brought some friends with us, just in case we got bogged or stuck. Driving along the main part of the beach is definitely the easiest part of this whole experience. Like a sandy highway, we cruised along the coast, keeping an eye out for the best camp spot. Here we are pulling in at the north end of the campground. As you can see, Matt had to take it really slowly to get the van up onto the grassy area. There wasn't any clearance issues in the end, but the step did come close to wedging into the ground as it pulled over. In a few sections, the drawbar also touched. Our campsite was positioned far up above the high tide mark, and I definitely think that we found the best private campsite on the entire beach. We kept our van attached to the car overnight so that we could get away quickly in the morning. Low tide was around 7 o'clock, so we had to make sure we were ready to beat the tides. At 6 o'clock we woke up to an amazing sunrise that spread across the ocean front. With a spotter, we pulled the van out onto the hard sand. We had a few little clearance issues at the drawbar, the step and the rear bar, but kept going with no worries at all. hope this video gives you a few more ideas about how to use your van on the sand. It's not very difficult at all, but it is a little different from regular sand driving. This was the hardest part of the drive, but all Matt had to do was put the car in four-wheel drive low, second gear, with traction control off, driving at a steady rate of about 20k an hour. Once we got out, we had to pump the tyres back up before heading across the barge, driving back home without any issues at all, and giving the car and van a very good wash. See you next time for our next caravan and camping adventure. Bye!